We commit to the earth our dearly departed. You nourished us, brought flavor to our lives. We bid you farewell, little friends. Each year, at the end of Holy Week, in the town of Murcia, Spain, people put on a pageant, culminating in the cremation or burial of sardines. According to local legend, long ago, King Carlos III ordered a large shipment of sardines for a festival, but they had already spoiled by the time they arrived. The smell of rotting fish was so overwhelming that their little bodies had to be buried. Today, the Entierro de la Sardinia festival symbolizes burying the past and being reborn toward the future. Food and death. Are you not intrigued? Today I thought I'd combine my two greatest passions, food and death, into one of those videos all the kids are doing. The mukbang. Mukbang is a Korean word that loosely translates to eating broadcast. But since we are an educational channel, you didn't tune in just to watch me silently eat my feelings. So we're going to be exploring the connection between food, funerals, and mourning in different cultures. Now, I spent hours preparing this feast. No, absolutely not. Unless the important funerary food of your culture is Hot Pockets, the chef was not me. Today's morbid mukbang was created by Sarah Chavez. Sarah is not only one of my right-hand women as the executive director of the order, she's also been researching and writing about the relationship between food and death for years. Without further ado, I don my commemorative Mormon funeral potatoes pin from the Salt Lake City Olympics and we mukbang. Our first dish is borsuk. Bits of fried dough from the country of Kyrgyzstan, which is not the same country as Kazakhstan.
Very nice.
Borsuk is common in that it's not exclusively a funeral dish, but after someone dies, it's made every Thursday for a whole year. The frying process itself is very important because the belief is that the aroma of the hot oil carries the prayers and messages directly to the dead. Families will gather over a table of borsuk to recite prayers from the Quran, name the dead, and eat this bread in their honor. Here we go. That's much more savory than I thought. I think I was expecting something sweet. You usually see them on a table with other sweet offerings and items, so I think I was expecting something a little sweeter, but this is really savory and good. What is your favorite doughy fried object from your childhood? Mine is malasadas. That's what I grew up with. I think they're originally from Portugal and came to Hawaii that way. Do they still eat malasadas in Portugal? Portuguese fans, please weigh in the comments. I'll just eat this whole bowl, so we need to move on. Ah, corpse cake. My kind of cake. This tradition has fallen out of favor, but throughout Britain in the 19th century, it was not uncommon to find a small loaf or corpse cake placed right on the chest of a corpse at a wake or funeral. The family of the dead would hire a person called a sin eater, and it was their job to ritually pray over the body and then remove the corpse cake off the body and eat it, because by then the cake is believed to have absorbed the sins of the dead person. The sin eater was voluntarily taking on the person's sins through cake consumption, an act that would allow the dead person's soul to enter into heaven. I am prepared for my career as a sin eater. I say, not today, Satan, and eat all the carbohydrates. You can really taste the sin. At the time, though, sin eaters were often associated with superstitions and witchcraft. They could be ostracized and made to live as outcasts by their community. It wasn't quite the all fun, all cake eating, all sin, all the time job we might imagine. Alas. Why, it's Capirotada, a popular pudding made in Mexico on Ash Wednesday. To make Capirotada, you will need, let me check my notes here, 1 corpse, 1 shroud, 3 nails, blood. If those ingredients aren't available at your local market, you can substitute with the following: bread, cheese, cloves, and a syrup made with piloncillo, cinnamon sticks, and cloves. Capirotada is one of many dishes whose ingredients and final appearance are supposed to represent a religious figure or event. For the capirotada, the bread symbolizes the corpse of Christ, the cinnamon sticks are the crucifix, the cloves the nails, the sugar syrup the blood of Christ, and finally, this is my favorite part, the melty cheese that brings it all together is the shroud. Cheese shroud, I tell you, that's really after my own heart. I know it's representational, I get that, but I'm just gonna take a cheese shroud, literally. A shroud made of cheese. Google's, will green burial cemetery accept a shroud made of cheese? Enter. I have never eaten this before, but I've read that some people don't like it because it's a mix of sweet and savory. It's like a pudding cinnamon roll with cheese on it, which I can't decide if it's two great tastes together at last. Would I eat more of this? Yes. I'm someone who likes sweet and savory things together. Like at breakfast, I'll take a pancake and an omelet. Thank you very much. And this kind of fulfills that. Rice pudding to the set, please. Yes, thank you. Hello. Going for his little arm here. You know how New Yorkers say it's the water that makes their bagels so good? Well, the secret ingredient with this pudding is also the water. According to the author Lisa Rogach, some tribes in Bali would incorporate the water that washed a corpse into a rice pudding dish, which was then formed into the shape of a corpse and served to mourners. There's no corpse water in this rice pudding, but it's also the second time this year we've had to reassure you that there's no human remains in what it is we're eating.
You just gotta know.
I mean, the molasses itself, you want to taste something special.
That's really good.
It's possible that 2 times is too many times. But anyway, next dish. Thank you. In Cambodia, Pachum Ben is a festival that falls in early October. It's a time when dead ancestors visit. It's similar in that way to Day of the Dead in Mexico or the Hungry Ghost Festival in other parts of Asia. The living know that part of being a good host is making sure that your hungry, returning spirits are well fed. The spirits in Cambodia seem to love Num Om Som. It's a sticky rice cake dish that's traditionally filled with mung bean and pork. Mine doesn't have pork because I don't eat meat. I'm a picky spirit, apparently, but normally that was what would be in here. Once the banana leaf wrapped bundles have been steamed for a few hours, they can be ritually blessed by monks in an act that is supposed to transfer the Num Om Som to the dead. But today we're transferring them to me. This is another dish that can be eaten in normal times, but it takes on a real special quality when made for the dead. Wow. You can taste the banana leaf. Honestly, you can tell how the pork would really make this pop. It's my fault. I'm the vegetarian. If I was a Cambodian spirit, I would be like, oh, the vegetarian one? Thanks, guys. I will not be helping with the crops this year. That's part of why they offer it to their ancestors, is help with crops. Are these mung beans? I don't know that I've ever just had a bowl of mung beans before. Maybe I never will. I need some sort of beverage. Is there a beverage available? In Thailand, you'll find small structures called San Phra Phum, or spirit houses, outside homes and businesses. The spirit houses are like small doll houses that sit on top of pedestals. Outside the little houses, spirits are regularly offered food and drink. Their drink of choice? Strawberry Fanta. Why am I so excited about this? Don't you dare, don't you dare. There we go. There was a lot of Fanta in Bolivia too. They leave them for the Ñatita skulls. Fanta, keep your dead happy and your taste buds happier. That's so good. I know this is like injecting poison into your veins, but you only live once, people. Has this channel taught you nothing? Dessert. Now, these may look like Christmas crackers for the goth in your life. During the mid-19th century, these were referred to as funeral confectionary and were passed out to mourners in Sweden, perhaps with a cup of wine at the beginning of a funeral, which is how you get the party started, am I right? Swedish funeral candies would tell you something about the person who died. For example, this black wrapper has long, thin fringes, which indicates that the deceased lived a long life. And the image on the front clearly represents death. You have the skull, you have the hourglass, and this inscription, "Think of death, the hour strikes." Okay, damn. This other one, wrapped in white, has wide, short fringes, indicating a funeral for an infant or a young child who only lived a short time. The image on this wrapper is a lamb, a symbol of innocence, also found on grave markers for children. I can't open this. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's like opening a Christmas present that you know was wrapped at Neiman Marcus for $45. If I was at a 19th century Swedish funeral, I'd just be busting into this. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. A little bit of this. A little bit of strawberry Fanta wine. That's a lot. Woo. Ooh, I feel alive. I really like the idea of party favors at funerals. That was a big thing in the 19th century and in different cultures. Everyone should have a little something to remember me by. In the Black community, you had like mourning fans that sometimes has the picture and the date of death of the person. There were mourning rings that people collected, so you could have a whole jewelry box full of your friends' commemorative rings. Obviously now there are memorial t-shirts, which are very popular. What can I say? I like the idea of receiving a commemorative item when you attend a funeral. Oh, this is the last one. Halva. It's a traditional part of funerals in the Persian and Armenian communities. It makes an ideal funeral food because it travels well, it doesn't require refrigeration, and it contains honey or sugar, which helps mourners keep their energy up throughout the funeral. It's kind of like a funeral-themed power bar. We should have started the video with this. Whoa, whoa. Oh, that's a journey. I cannot compare this to anything I've ever eaten. I taste the honey, but I can't compare this to anything I've ever eaten. It'll be interesting to see if in a couple of minutes from now I do feel really energized. Iranian viewers, what do you think of this? I think that I like it, but I'm not sure. Do you also have mixed feelings on this funeral-related dish? That's it, deathlings. Thank you for joining me for a whirlwind intercontinental tour of funeral food history. Let's pour out a libation for the dead. More strawberry Fanta? Do not mind if I do. In Rome, some grave markers even had a place to pour drinks into the grave, like this one for a woman named Terania. In the center, you can see a hole with a stone lid that can be removed to pour water, wine, milk, or honey. Comment on what funeral foods you remember growing up, whether it was food you ate at big funerals or food that you ate at festivals remembering the dead. Thank you again to Sarah for cooking and curating this feast. For more about food and death, check out Sarah's Twitter account, Nourishing Death, as well as her Instagram, Sarah Calavera, where you can learn even more about the foods I ate today. Plus, every Friday, Sarah posts a Funeral Food Friday on her Instagram. This video was made with generous donations from death enthusiasts just like you. We're going to be... Ooh, this is going to be a problem. Now I have to actually eat this. I forgot that I would actually be eating something in this video, which is the whole point of this video. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I wonder if this microphone picks that up. It's ASMR mukbang. I would just like to sit here and eat this, but we have much to go, much to do, much to eat, much to experience. Usury. From this cake I'm getting... This guy coveted his neighbor's wife. You can tell, I can taste it. Capirotada is one of many... Capirotada. I kind of zoned out for a second there. I was just eating. I was just sitting here eating this like I was at my dining room table. We're working. We're educating the people about funeral food. Pay attention. All right, you need to please take this away from me. I feel like that kombucha lady who's like, Just a sweet, sweet fantasy. I wish this is what alcohol tasted like. I don't actually drink that much because it doesn't taste very good. But if alcohol actually tasted like strawberry Fanta, be a thing. I've got a whole liter of strawberry Fanta. I can go all afternoon. I'm going to eat all of the leftovers from this video right now.